Fox 14.
Friday night is here again, and so is Fox Press Box. Tonight, Parsons brings its physical, smash-mouth, undefeated brand of football on the road to Frontenac, where the Raiders are 5-1 and playing the best they have all season. Meanwhile, over in Missouri, Carthage has won 4 in a row, most recently upsetting Webb City last week. Tonight, Joplin tries to put an end to that streak in a big-time COC battle. Plus, Seneca back at home as the only undefeated team in the Big 8, where McDonald County tries to pull off a huge upset. Highlights from those games and much more across the 4 states. It's week 7 of Fox 14 Press Box, and it starts right now.
You're watching Fox 14's Press Box, sponsored by Missouri Southern State University, Matco Builders, Roper Kia, and Kramer's Quality Meats of Grove.
Hey, and welcome into week 7 of Fox 14 Press Box. That's Brock Baldridge. I'm John Dales. A week ago, Frontenac was in our game of the week against Baxter Springs. Brock, it was out of reach by the time we got to the second quarter.
Yeah, you know, it was quarterback Cal Turlip who had a 60-yard touchdown over to Wyatt Frazier. And, you know, the Raiders, they were up 35-0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's right. We kick things off this week with the Raiders hosting the undefeated Parsons Vikings. Homecoming night at Frontenac. There your king and queen. Parsons trying to spoil the festivities. First play on offense for them, it's a toss to Jamarcus Washington. He puts a foot in the ground, cuts upfield, and picks up 50, getting the Vikings into the red zone. The drive stalls outside of the end zone, though. They attempt a 29-yard field goal, and that kick is no good. We stay at 0-0. Second quarter now, Parsons punts away. Frontenac returners unsure. Are we touching it? Are we not? So they touch it, and it's a loose ball, and it's picked up by Parsons. Refs discuss it for a second, then they say, yeah, that was touched, that's a live ball. It goes to Parsons. Now, Vikings moving. Trey Mack drops back, and he's picked. Wyatt Frazier had the pick 6 last week. He gets a huge interception here. Raiders go on offense. But after that, it's the Parsons defense turn to make a play. Mekhi Baugh picks it off. He's got blockers in front, and here's a big turning point in the game. Take a look. Right as he gets towards the end zone, about a yard out, his teammate helps push him in. The refs throw a flag on that because that's not allowed. You can't pull a teammate into the end zone. It's still going to be Parsons' ball, but instead they get it near the goal line. To 4th and goal, they try to give it to Jamarius Washington. He gets stopped. Defensive game throughout. Frontenac kicker Aiden Hill makes a 38-yard field goal with just 10 seconds left, and the Raiders get a 10-8 victory.
And you can just see how big a difference the game makes for just one flag.
Yeah, you really do. And we head now to another team that's entering the night undefeated. That's Colgan.
Yeah, you know, the Colgan Panthers, nothing's really slowing them down, but tonight they have a game at home and a tough test against Erie. Hutchinson Field now. Colgan versus Erie. Big game for both teams. Colgan looking to stay undefeated. Erie, on the other hand, they're looking for a huge upset on the road. Start things here this game as quarterback Tucker Harrell taking matters in his own hands, scoots by 2 defenders. Panthers get on the board, touchdown Colgan, it's 7-0. Next Erie possession, Red Devils quarterback Seth Welch with a quick scramble, gets some positive yardage. But next Colgan possession, here's Harrell looking deep to Clayton Anderson who hauls it in. Quick move left and he has it all the way. 14-0 Colgan on top. Colgan not done yet. Panthers looking to toss it deep once more. Jack Schrimmer with the reception. He will outrun everyone for the Panther touchdowns, 21-0 Colgan. But wait, there's more from Schrimmer. Opposite side of the field now. He's going to stay in bounds, and with that result, he's going to take it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Colgan goes up 28-0 at that point, and once again, the Colgan Panthers win as they beat Erie 63-8. John, we now go to a team that started out their season red magma hot, but they've kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, Baxter Springs trying to bounce back from that tough loss a week ago. So is Columbus, who lost to Colgan last week. Tonight, the Lions and Titans face off. Starting this one late in the first half, Peyton Gaines is a name that you should be familiar with if you're watching football in the area. Well, he hands this one off to Sam Weaver, who gets across the goal line for a touchdown. Lions score. To to the second half now. Titan QB Jack Vallela drops back. He's got time. He loads up deep and he finds Jace Midget all by himself into the end zone for a touchdown. Titans put up another 6 on the board. They're going for 2 after that. Again, it's Vallela dropping back. Again, it's Midget with the catch, the move, and the score. That 2-point conversion is good. Still in the third. Lions could use a score. Gaines under pressure, escapes the sack, and nobody is going to catch him. Down the sideline, another missed tackle. PG-13 is loose, and he gets all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Not enough for a win, though. Columbus goes on to get this one 42-36. Now another CNC school, Riverton, has an important district game at home tonight.
Yeah, the Rams, they've really been hit or miss this season, but tonight they have another battle at home going against a really good team themselves. Riverton already up 36-0 in the third quarter. Rams, they're trying to avoid that lead there as the Ryder Goodman, finding the outside, pads up the first down. Well, looks, John, we don't really have video, at least of the moment from this game. We're trying to read the highlights, but it was Riverton who won this game 36-0. Tough game for Neodesha to lose that game, but Riverton, like we said, hit or miss this season. 36-0, and that's a big win for the Rams at home.
Big win for the Rams, certainly, and that's going to actually bring us to our first break. As we head to a break, here's a look at some of the other scores across Southeast Kansas.
Locally sourced meat at a fair and honest price? Look no further than Kramer's Quality Meats in Grove, Oklahoma. Whether you're planning a family barbecue, a special dinner, or just a delicious home-cooked meal, we have you covered by choosing Kramer's Quality.
Now app today, your gateway to news your way. Powered by KOAM News Now.
Welcome back to Press Box. Here on Fox 14, we take a dive now to the COC as the Joplin Eagles snapped their 3-game losing streak last week as they look to finish the season strong, really. Meanwhile, the Carthage Tigers off to a horrible start to their season, 0-3, but they've won their last 4 games straight. So now the two rivals meet in Joplin for a COC showdown. Senior night out in Joplin before the game. Seniors meet their families at midfield. Wow, great moment there. On to the game now. The Carthage Tigers are looking to keep their win streak alive as the Joplin Eagles, look at this, planting their flag on their home field. Great motivation there. In the first quarter, Hobbs Gooch scrambling around. He dives for the pylon. Touchdown Eagles. They take a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Next Eagles possession. Running back Quinn Renfro on the carry, making multiple defenders miss. Is dragging people with him. Look at this. He will not go down, refuses to, but he does eventually at the 4-yard line. Now, early in the second quarter, Renfro is in the Wildcat formation. He pounds it in for 6 points. Eagles go up 2 scores as they now lead it 14-0. But Carthage still has a few tricks in their bag. Reverse jet sweep. Wide receiver Langston Morgan going to throw the football, and it's caught by Carson Murray. The tight end breaks a tackle, and he scores on a touchdown. Huge play for the Tigers to get right back in it. 14-0 Carthage trails. However, Joplin is quick to answer. It's Quinn Renfro once again drives through bodies into the end zone for the touchdown. What a senior night he had. Joplin picks up a huge win at home. They go on to defeat the Carthage Tigers 49-21.
Lesson learned. It is a good move, I guess, to plant your flag on your home turf. We go ahead to the Big 8 now. Since its loss to Seneca in Week 4, Lamar has been unstoppable. The Tigers just went on the road and shut out then undefeated Nevada last week. Tonight, Lamar back at home facing Cassville. Cassville taking on Lamar. Cassville trying to come in and get an upset. Tigers get the ball first. They make the most of the first play of the game. Chase Query, 55-yard house call. Lamar up 7-zip. Cassville tries to answer. Methodical drive here. Check down pass, Cosmo Rhodes, good for a first down. Next play, Bodie Rose, keeper, couple of stiff arms, he's got a first down. Next play after that, Rose going to pass it to Bryson Jacobson, that's another. Cassville first down, Wildcats get inside the 25. Try to capitalize, but they miss a field goal. Lamar gets the ball back. Practically put the game away in the first quarter. Alex Wilkerson goes deep, Chase Query again. 75-yard touchdown, Lamar goes up 14-zip. They win 41-7.
It just seems like Lamar, nothing's stopping the Tigers right now. Well, we go back over to the COC where the Webb City Cardinals are coming off of a tough loss against the Carthage Tigers last week. This week, the Cards are back home facing a Neosho team who's had their struggles, but John, you can never go light against this high-flying Neosho Wildcats offense. Neosho on the road facing Webb City against the Cardinals on their senior night. Halftime, it's Webb City who leads 20-12. Opening drive in the second half, Gabe Johnson throws it up to Joseph DeGraffenried with a big first down there. A few plays later, ball is loose, and Neosho, they have it. Big turnover for the Wildcats, and they're going to go right back on the offensive side. Quentin Hughes now, 3rd and long. Look at this, to Tyrone Harris. Unbelievable catch. He mossed him. Man, what a touchdown, Neosho. They're right back in it. As the Wildcats are going to go for 2 now for the tie. Quentin Hughes can't complete the pass on the 2-point conversion. It's no good. Webb City leads 20-18 still. A lot of fireworks in this game. Later in the third quarter, it's 3rd and long for the Cards as Jackson Lucas completes the pass to Cohen Epler. First down, Webb City. Later in the drive, another 3rd down here. Neosho's defense gets the stop. Everson Tomlinson on the big tackle. That forces a Webb City field goal to go up 23-18. Cardinals find some offense later in the second half. They go on to win this game 37-18 over Neosho.
Now we go back to the Big 8. I mentioned them a minute ago. Seneca is the only unbeaten team left in the conference. The Indians have won every game this year by 2 scores or more. Tonight is their senior night against McDonald County. So on senior night, Seneca at 7-0, taking on the 4-3 upset-minded Mustangs of McDonald County. QB Gavin Hoover takes it himself early for Seneca. That's a 14-yard pickup. Later in the drive, Jackson Mars on the carry, doesn't like what he sees inside, goes to the outside and scores. Touchdown, Seneca. Mustangs not to be outdone. Sam Barton takes it around the edge here. That's a 19-yard pickup and a big first down. Next play after that, Destin Dowd, quarterback, picks up 12 when he calls his own number. Mustangs still driving after that, but on 4th down, big sack. Dowd gets taken down by Roman Miller on 4th down. Next play, Indians fumble it. J.P. Clarkson's got it for the Mustangs. After that, Dowd rolls out, finds his receiver, Josh Pacheco in the end zone for a touchdown. Seneca turns it on in the second half, though. The end score 38-14. Seneca Indians are 8-0. Now as we go to break, here's a look at some of the other scores from across games in Missouri.
Bring your dreams to life.
Welcome back into Press Box as we go to Kansas high school football now, as the Uniontown Eagles have had their struggles this season, but they pick up their first win of the season last week over Southeast, and now the Eagles go on to Southeast against the Lancers, who are looking for their first win of the season. Uniontown and Southeast quarterback Joey Marlowe finds his receiver Coulter Powell, takes him out of bounds there. Southeast on the move now is quarterback Andrew Phillips. Gets the ball over the tips of the defender. Dalton Davis breaks, shakes, and takes it down the field. Later in the drive, Phillips looking to go deep. Eagles defender Gage Lapp is there to break up the pass. Later in the quarter, James Rodriguez with the strip for the Eagles. Now Joey Marlowe pounces on it for the turnover. Next Lancer possession, quick handoff. Running back Aiden Smith, slipping, dipping, immediate break, looses before coming down. Next Uniontown possession, Joey Marlowe looking for some space. Nice field position for the Eagles. Later in the corner, Bryson Stewart, reception to the running back, into the end zone for the touchdown. Eagles trim the lead 12-8. Uniontown goes on to win their second game of the season as they win it 14-12 over Southeast.
Big win for Uniontown. Now we go to Arma, another team in need of a win. Northeast has had a tough season. Vikings roster has been decimated from injuries, leaving them with much fewer players on the sideline than the beginning of the year. They're looking for their first win of 2023 tonight against Northern Heights. Northeast up 22-zip at halftime, halfway to its first win. Third quarter now, sweep handoff. Braden Young makes a couple of guys miss, powers into the secondary, then he leaps over a defender for a big gain. Next play, Tayshawn Gaynor gets it on the sweep going to the far side, shakes off not one, not two, not three, not four. I lost count at that point, but he keeps going all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. 30-zip Vikings after a 2-point conversion. Later in the third, Young again, dragging defenders with him. Again, a couple of stiff arms, another first down into Northern Heights territory. I'll tell you what, that two-headed monster in the backfield worked wonders for the Vikings tonight. Same score, Tayshawn Gaynor again, and once again, he just refuses to be tackled. Takes it to the house from 35 yards out. Vikings get their first win of the season, do so comfortably. 42-0, the final score.
Here's some scores from Oklahoma. We head into our last break.
Comes with a game in your area.
Welcome back to Fox 14 Press Box. We now get you some 8-man highlights. That gives you a lot of points, a lot of offense as we go to Missouri. Rich Hill Tigers come into Liberal Bulldog territory. Liberal getting the ball to begin the half. Check out this play early in the third. QB Elam Beeman looks like he's going to spin out of a sack, scrambling. Now he airs it out deep down the field. Luke Bott wide open. Liberal breaks the 50 mark at that point. We're not done yet. Liberal stops Rich Hill, forces a punt. Quincy Bazal returning it, jukes the first man, and look at him go. Down the sideline, Liberal extending its lead even further. If there wasn't salt in the wound already, Rich Hill trying to do something, but doesn't work out. Deegan Swarns picks this one off in stride and goes all the way for a pick six. Liberal goes on to win big, 66-6.
It just feels like anything is possible in 8-man football.
Yeah, it does.
Well, we go from 8-man football from Missouri into Kansas now. So we go over to Oswego as they started this season 0-3, but they kind of build up some wins now. 3 straight wins, back over to 500. Tonight, they face West Elk, big home game. Start very early in the first quarter in this one. First play for the West Elk Patriots as quarterback Trent Hagg takes the handoff to Cryo Coop, and Coop puts the turbo button on, breaks free from the defense. Touchdown Patriots, they lead it 6-0. Patriots decide to go for 2. Hagg with a quick shovel pass again to Coop. He dodges the tackle, falling in the end zone. 8-0 Patriots. Staying in the first quarter, Indians now on the move. Into the red zone, Josh Hutcherson takes a snap, and he would keep it himself, finds the hole. Touchdown Indians as they put up 6 points on the board. They fail the 2-point attempt. Patriots up 8-6. Nearing the end of the first, Patriots would go on to answer with another shovel pass from Hagg to Coop. Easily finds a way to the end zone. Patriots put up 6 more. And again, they decide to go for 2. You've seen this before. Coop, this time on the far side, puts up 2 points. Patriots win this one on the road, 52-15.
Well, now we're nearing the end of the show. Time for us to give you 3 performers of the week options. Parsons and Frontenac are our last 2 winners. Now we start with Joplin, who faces a red-hot Carthage team, shuts them down. Quinn Renfro looked unstoppable at times. The Eagles win their second straight 49-21 over the Tigers.
Our second option is the Colgan Panthers. You know, it just feels like they could be an option every week at this point. They get another blowout victory at home over the Erie Red Devils, 63-8.
Your third option, you've seen them again. They were the performer of the week last week, Frontenac. This one, not a blowout, but a battle of two great teams between Frontenac and Parsons. The Raiders hang tough in the first half. Offense does enough in the second. Game-winning field goal, they go on to win 10-8 over Parsons. Well, those are your options. That's all the time we have for you tonight. Head to KOAMnewsnow.com/vote to choose the performer of the week. We get you covered as well tomorrow for the Miners Bowl between Pitt State and Missouri Southern. We'll see you then.
CW continues. Watch out, 'cause I'ma go big. Gunslinger Jack Plummer leads